Yo guys, what's going on? Yesterday, Barspin Studios, the creator of BMX the Game, put out a Draw My Life video. This video is essentially just the journey of BMX the Game so far. The video kind of explains why they disappeared for periods of time, and I thought we would watch it together. If you haven't already seen it, then you can watch it with me. And you can also watch it with Just Jamie. I actually found out about this game through Just Jamie, I believe. I'd actually reached out to BMX the Game because they, on their site, were advertising pre-orders, but then I had reached out to them and they had canceled their pre-orders. So the way I was actually able to play the game back then was I reached out to Just Jamie and asked if he would share a copy with me. I didn't pirate it, okay? I didn't pirate it. Okay, I was shared it. I did actually reach out to them. You don't believe me? I mean, I have the messages. Yeah, see, I asked them, right? I asked them. Okay, look it. You can pause and read that if you'd like. So yeah, I thought I'd bring Just Jamie, an old backer of the game, on and kind of hear what he has to say and what he thinks. And yeah, let me know in the comments what you think if you watch this video or after you watch the video with us. And yeah. That's it. BMX the Game, Draw My Life. Why is it a Draw My Life? What are your guesses as to what they're going to say?
I feel like they're going to start off with an apology. They'll be like, sorry, this has happened. And I feel like maybe they're going to be like, oh, we were just getting a team together.
When did you back the game? Because you're an early backer, aren't you?
Back in 2014.
Okay.
So 6 years.
6 years ago.
Christ.
This is my guess. And I said this in a live stream or two, but my guess is that they started, right? They didn't make enough money to support everyone in the team, so they probably had to start doing other stuff. They probably kind of in their spare time maybe kind of worked on it. And this is just a guess. There's no way that this was, a stable income for them, obviously. That's
no,
100%. I think that's my guess as to why they've been away, and that's totally fine. That's understandable. Could be completely wrong. Maybe it's a completely different reason. I guess we're gonna find that out.
If that was the reasoning, like going on for what you said, I feel like I'd respect them more with the honesty.
I think we get into this video, we check it out, and let's just see what they have to say. We're gonna watch the full thing through.
Yes, then we'll
talk.
After.
Okay.
Yes, cool.
Hi guys. The time has come to explain the history of Barspin, how we got here, about BMX the Game, quickly and openly. In mid-2012, 3 friends who were working to make 3D applications and that loved action sports decided to start making a BMX game, taking EA Skate as a reference. Basically because it was a game we wanted someone to make, and no one had ever made it before. We got to work, leaving our job, and in a few months, we had a prototype. We made it public and were motivated by people who loved that idea. We planned a Kickstarter to be able to finance the project and turn it into something real. Unfortunately, we failed on the Kickstarter, and the truth is that we sank a bit because we had invested a lot of time, effort, and enthusiasm. We had to almost completely abandon the project, and we only worked at leisure, but somehow we couldn't completely leave it. During the following months, we received a lot of messages from people encouraging us. Other video games were using private crowdfunding, and we decided to do the same, to finance ourselves. We got enough to develop several versions up to 0.184. It was a good version, but very raw. Almost 5,000 people helped us to continue. We received a lot of feedback and tried to listen to the community. The problem was that the proceeds didn't cover expenses, and the team needed to do other work to make a living. Besides, more than 30K people played the pirate version, put pressure, and didn't contribute. We were also getting stuck and needed to change the physical engine because the original system was very tedious and slowed down our growth. So, we looked for another way to try and cover expenses, and obviously that affected the production. It took a lot of effort, but in the end, several friends helped us and we were able to continue with the game. The push they gave us allowed us to dream again. That was when we tried to reconnect with the community with a new version, already with new graphics and physical engine. Some bad advice, people who tried to take advantage, and other mistakes wasted a lot of time and money, but it was all difficult. We wanted to make the community happy, but the project was delayed, and it generated a lot of anxiety. We were burnt out, and so was the community. We were also moving very slowly in production. We loved this project, and that's why we continued working despite all the holdups and failures. We finally had a stroke of luck. We met wonderful people who really helped us, who trusted us, and allowed us to dream about the game that we really wanted to do. It had been almost 5 years of ups and downs, and finally, we saw the light. We decided to get to work in silence so as not to generate more hype and frustration, and to be able to concentrate. It may have been a mistake, but at that time, we thought it was the right thing to do. We decided to make the development compatible with a parallel project that would allow us to use this technology in the game, but at the same time, it would allow us to enhance the project and have better game with fewer resources. We began to gain more people in the team and to create a solid base from everything we had developed during those years. We tried to make the best BMX game possible, and it faced a lot of technical problems. The game is very ambitious and designed to grow a lot, and that pushed the techniques and our capabilities as a small team to the limit. We tried to have it ready much earlier, but in the end, we prioritized a more solid foundation with which to grow and believe in the future. There's still some things to improve, and that's why we think an early access allows us to have direct feedback, a more organic development, improve as we go along, and grow at a good pace. In the past, we had problems managing communication because we have always had a lot of people behind us, and it's been difficult for us to manage expectations, pressure, and feedback. Now, we believe we've hit the mark through Discord and Steam, where we can communicate directly with the community. Now, with the early access version, we hope to receive feedback, make the necessary changes, improvements, and get a lot of features and content that we're finishing. We hope to continue working as we're doing, and to be able to offer a lot of updates in the coming months. We hope that the people trust us and see the effort behind this project, and the passion we put into it, despite the mistakes we've made. Making a video game from scratch with everything we're adding to it isn't easy, and sometimes it's actually really hard. So, we sincerely appreciate the support and understanding of the people, which is what makes us continue to strive forward. Thanks for being there, now more than ever.
Yeah, I mean, that's basically what I expected them to make, and I think that was perfectly fine.
I respect everything they said because it was pure honesty from what we can see.
What people have to remember is that these are real life people with real lives and their own struggles and their own thing, and people kind of act, and maybe I've been guilty of this in the past, of kind of acting like we're putting them on this pedestal with other game developers and kind of just expecting whatever.
They haven't got this big production team, as they said. They had a team of 3, I believe it was.
Yeah.
Then they took that kind of break and then they built up, so they're not as big or as not as financially benefited as a lot of the other developers are.
Like when people are saying, like it's been in development for 7 years, and I've definitely said that, but primarily because they haven't said anything else.
Well, something that they mentioned was now that they've got the game in early access, they're communicating through Steam and Discord. And just personally, I've seen on their Discord, they are much better at interacting. I've gotten messages from at least 2 of the team members, and it's just even the small things like, oh, the pedaling, this isn't good, or this animation isn't great. And if they will actually take that feedback into consideration and try and improve on it, which is really nice to see.
On some of my live streams that I've done, like Hector, like I think like the main guy, well, there's Hector and Dave in the Discord, but like he legit sent me like a paragraph of like, all right, you mentioned this, and this, and this, and this, and this, and like they're on it, like they're really trying to make this game. It seems like it anyways, and I would say with the effort of that Draw My Life video, I would say that, yeah, they're trying to really get this game going and get it somewhere great, and I'm hopeful for it. I'm really hopeful for it.
You can definitely see the motive and the improvement in the game itself already, which is, exciting.
Yeah, 100%. Like in a few months, this game will be completely different if they keep it up at the same rate they've been going. So right now, how much does a BMX game cost for you in euros or whatever currency you guys use over there? Rupees or coins? I don't know.
$19.99.
Damn, so it's $20. And for me, Canadian is $30 to buy the game. Like, obviously, it's this price because they need money. Like, this is obvious. They've just told us this in this video. I think if the game was priced lower, I think they would sell more copies. People wouldn't feel as weird about spending $10 on a game that's going to continuously get updated. And I think they would sell more copies and probably make more money.
Yeah, no, I completely agree. Obviously, maybe do a price increase once there's more to show, but I do appreciate that they're still working on it.
Oh yeah, and I'm glad they are. And then like I gotta give credit to these guys, man, because people have just been annihilating them in every
Mm.
in every way they can, whether it's in YouTube comments, their own Discord, probably their Instagram, and they have been super good sports about the whole thing. They're always just like, oh, you know what, we appreciate it, and like even in a message he sent to me, he's like, like it was hard to watch your video with like the way you're talking about it, which I mean, obviously I'm not trying to hurt their feelings or anything, but.
No, it's tough love. It's honesty.
Oh
It's what it
yeah.
is.
Hey, well that's all I gotta say. Where can people find you?
YouTube channel, just Jamie. I don't know if you're going to put it on screen. It might be in the description. I don't know.
It's on the screen literally right now as you're talking.
I do a lot of pipe content. I'm going to be doing a lot of BMX the game content. Hopefully.
All right.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
No problem. Hey, well guys, let me know in the comments what you think about that Draw My Life, I guess.